The Ballad of the Sea-Stung Sailor. When he met it, it was bringing the mast of a ship down upon 3 of his fellow crew. A thunderous splintering of wood that reverberated across arching ribs of rock, a reckoning of punctured flesh and shattered bone. He twisted away from the sight, and in his haste was sent somersaulting over the edge and into its churning nest. Beneath the water he flailed, ocean muffling him on all sides. It watched him with a stirring of something like curiosity, momentarily distracted from the havoc it was reaping above the surface. The lines of his face, barely worn in grooves that spoke of days in enthusiastic heat and hard-won laughter, were twisting, his eyes clenched shut, mouth involuntarily gaping for breath that would not come, his hands sprawled outwards as branches yearning for sunlight. His fingers were gnarled and roots wishing to dig, to steady themselves, to find any purchase at all. It thought he was beautiful. By the time the rescue boat came, he was all alone in the wreckage. His saviors pulled him into the boat, wrapping a blanket tightly around him. They couldn't have known that something else was already enveloped around his body. The wind whistled along the cliffs in a venomous howl at having had one slip through its clutches, but it answered in reassurance in the murmur of sea foam against rock face. It, draped over his shoulders, sank into his skin, settling with a pleased hum in the lingering scent of salt water on his shirt collar. Over weeks, it interwove itself in his muscles and sinew, stretching and burrowing until it had carved out a place to live that sprawled throughout him as an anthill whittles warrens into the earth. When rain fell, the water pelting against windows or dampening the pavement, it breathed into the line of his collarbone, trailing a whispering chill that made him shudder. It crooned, and he was helpless to do anything but stare at the horizon where the shore met the gaping maw of the sea until he could wrench his attention from its euphoric melody. In a room filled to the brim with people, warm bodies to sap out the chill, he slouched further into his chair, tugging at the neckband of his jacket. A friendly face with a smile as soft as new leaves leaned closer, asking if he was all right. "I still hear it," he said. Its song crescendoed joyously in response, pressing into the shell of his ear and ruffling his hair with the mirth of an impossible breeze. When he got up to leave, hands reached for him, and his fury was the tide. Ears stuffed with water, he thrashed. His arms lashed out towards it to keep their kelp strands from ensnaring him, and he ripped through the muted din with a voice of hardened brine. "Leave me alone! Gods above, just leave me alone!" He stormed through the doors, away from their heat, away from the suffocating cave-in. With each step, he could feel the mud sloughing off his skin, the rain pelting away the warm dust that wedged in his joints and coated his throat. He shivered, pausing in brief hesitation as the water flayed him bare, but continued his march when it purred a wordless tune of mist and salt. All along the street, shutters rattled against windows like bone in a gale, like the creaking snap of masts and spines, but they were swallowed up by the hum of a discordant melody sung for the sailor's ears alone.